What's up everyone, it's Kyle, and today I'm going to take you for a tour through my house. Now some of you may not be aware that Joanna and I bought a house last fall once we moved out here, and we ended up purchasing a foreclosed home that needed a lot of work done to it to make it livable. And so we spent a couple months putting in a lot of work and long hours fixing it up. And when we tell people this, we often get a lot of questions about seeing pictures and what we did and whether or not we enjoyed it. So I thought I'd make a quick video here and just kind of take you on a walk through the house and explain some of the things that we did and how the work we put into it and how that went. So I'm gonna turn the camera around here. So here's the outside of our house, and the first thing will catch your eye is that big deck. Now, when we first moved in, the deck extended the whole way out across to the side there, and we didn't have electricity. So when the power company came to turn the electricity on, they said that they wouldn't turn it on because you could stand on that deck and touch the power wires. So apparently that's a safety violation. So I asked them what I could do about it, and they said, well, you can move to sub panel or extend your mast coming in, all these different options that were all pretty expensive. And I said, well, can I cut off the edge of my deck? And they said, well, yeah, you could do that. So the deck was rotten anyway, it needs to be torn down, so I just chopped off the edge to get it started. Going inside the front door here, see the living room here and the kitchen on your right. I'm gonna walk over here to the stairs and get a little bit of a better angle. When you came in this door, there used to be like a hallway here, so that half wall that you see on the left, it extended the whole way up to the ceiling, and then it also extended towards me here about 5 more feet. And so the kitchen was kind of tucked back over there, and then there was another wall over here on the right side of the door that split up the living room from the rest of the house. So there's kind of a hallway in the center. It made all the rooms seem very small. So we tore that out, which on the surface that sounds like an easy thing. Let's just tear out a wall, but there's electrical outlets in there and some switches and everything, so we had to pull the wires up through the ceiling and route them down walls and get the outlets somewhere else, or the switches. The living room, basically we pulled some wallpaper off of one of the walls, fixed up some drywall and repainted, retrimmed, and put a new floor in. Obviously there was carpet in here that was just absolutely gross. And then the kitchen here is where most of our work went on. The cabinets that were in here were just gross and nasty, so we tore all them out, and the countertops as well. The electrical system in the kitchen was pretty poor. There was only 2 circuits in there running everything, which isn't enough, so we ran a couple extra designated circuits for the refrigerator and the dishwasher, and also put in some more outlets. And in order to do that, we had to tear out a bunch of drywall, so that was a big project there. So got all that torn out, put in the stuff we wanted, patched up the drywall, and then got new cabinets and new countertops. The next area here is we'll go upstairs. The stairs themselves were covered in nasty carpet, and so Joanna actually did all this. She tore them out and then repainted the stairs. New floor up here in the hallway. Master bedroom over here on the right. This room didn't need a ton of work. It was just mostly new carpet on the floor, and then repainted the walls. Walking over here, the bathroom was interesting because there was this small bathroom here, but then when we got the house, this room over here was also a bathroom. So 2 bathrooms right next to each other. We're not really sure what the logic was there, but this bathroom we tore out the vanity, put new floor in, and just kind of repainted the walls. It didn't need a whole lot more than that. This bathroom here, we tore out all the plumbing and all the bathroom stuff and turned it back into a bedroom. Put new carpet in, painted the walls, put a closet in, which is just getting used for storage right now. And we're using it as an office and also my workbench over there. That's my latest project that I'm working on. And then if you go downstairs here, this is like the lower level, and this level we haven't really done a whole lot to. We just kind of use it for storage and stuff. But this is kind of our exercise room right now. Really nasty carpet, very stained wood paneling, painted wood paneling walls, which is interesting. Got the washer and dryer back here, furnace room in there, and then this is actually a third bedroom back here that we're using for storage. I think this is gonna be my next project. I think I'm gonna start working on tearing out that paneling and getting things fixed up in there. And the last thing I wanted to show you was just out the back door here. This is our backyard. It's kind of a mess right now, but there used to be or this deck that's here now, it was a lot bigger. It went back to that corner of the garage there and then kind of angled across. And it's all rotten, and I'm not really sure. It was a huge deck. It took up like half the backyard, so I didn't really want it there anyway, so I'm in the process of tearing all that out. And that's our garage as well. I didn't really say a whole lot about that, but there's not a whole lot to say. It's a garage. It's a really nice big garage, but the inside just looks like a garage. Two more questions I wanted to address before I ended this video. The first thing is people ask us how we had time to remodel a house while we were in school and Joanna was working. There's not really a secret answer to that. It was pretty much what you would expect. We just worked really hard, and we had some friends come over occasionally and help us. We borrowed some tools from different people, but most of it was just for a couple months. We didn't do a whole lot in our spare time other than, you know, work on the house. I got quarantined in I think it was in September. For about 2 weeks, all I did was come over here all day and work at the house. So that really helped us get a lot of work done during that time. But the other thing, and probably the biggest thing that helped us get it done, was Joanna's parents came out for about a week in the month of October, and they worked incredibly hard while they were here. They were a huge help, and so they definitely helped us get done on time. The next question that people often ask is, did you enjoy it? And this question is a little bit complicated. The situation we were in, we were living in an apartment that we had a 4-month lease on when we first moved out here. We didn't want to renew that lease or extend it, and so we were kind of racing against the clock to get the house completed before that lease ended. And so that aspect was not fun. Every time we'd run into something that we didn't know how to deal with, and we had to spend a bunch of extra time, you know, figuring out how to get the electricity turned on, or cutting the deck back, or had to run a ground wire from the house to the garage, stuff like that. It was a little bit stressful, but the actual work itself was, for the most part, was enjoyable. I mean, it's fun to take something that's just nasty and gross and make it into something nice, and so we definitely enjoyed that. Painting always makes things look good. Putting the cabinets in was great. The drywall, we did a ton of drywall work, and it was not enjoyable. Yeah, it was just not fun. Pay someone to do your drywall. That's all I got to say. Overall, the project was fun. We're certainly not finished yet, but we're enjoying the process. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'd love to answer them. And stay in contact.